క్రియేట్ చేశారు.
అవును అవును, అలా చేసుకుంటే ఏంటంటే కంట్రోలింగ్ మనకు ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అంటే ప్రొఫైల్ ఎక్కడ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి ఏంటి అంతా కంట్రోలింగ్ ఉంటుంది. అదే మీరు అక్కడ ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, బై డిఫాల్ట్ టిప్ సెలెక్షన్ సెలెక్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఎక్కడ దాని ఇష్టం అనమాట. ఇంకా అంటే if you could observe this administration console port, the default is 9060. That is whatever the current JVM we have used. But here now it is giving 9061. Why is it giving 9061 here? Because the JVM is already started with the port of 9060. That is why it is giving 9061. This is by default it would take based on the current servers running into our system. Okay, clear, right?
Yeah.
It's a random numbers. I mean, it won't be any conflict. Suppose if your JVM is top state, then by default it would show you as a 9060. Understood, right?
Yeah. And we can set up our custom.
Yeah, we can.
Port, right?
We can change the port however we want it. We can change the ports here. This is the default thing, and if you want, you can change it as per the client requirement.
Yeah.
Click next. If you want to make this service as server as a Windows service, you can make it check. Otherwise, don't check it. Click next. This is the profile creation summary page. It would have everything. Whatever the previous selections we have selected, all these things are mentioned here. This is the path. This is the disk space. It would require 30 MB file, 30 MB space, and this is my profile name. This is my cell name. This is my node name. Administration console true, enabled security is false because we unchecked that checkbox, right? And these are the administration, these are the ports which is majorly used.
Okay. Mohan, if you don't mind, can you go back, please? No, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, that's okay. You said like we can make it as a Windows service, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, why would we need it as a Windows service?
When the system, see, during, okay, I'll come to that part. I'll show you that too.
Okay, sure.
Suppose now we have installed the server, right? Now whenever my system starts, my system reboots, the server would automatically start. That is what my requirement.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, who is going to start the server? During the system startup, I need to start my server. In that,
okay, but
that is requirement.
Basically servers and all, like, if there is a real server, right? I mean, and basically once the system is down and the server will be started manually, right? Basically.
See, that is again, it depends on the requirement. Okay, depends on the the architectural decision.
Okay.
Two kind of things will be available, will be there. Okay, one is, okay, even though the system is down, okay, automatically the servers will be down. Once the system is up, you have to go and manually start all the servers which is running inside the system. This is one way to start the server. The second architecture is, okay, when the system is down and again the system is up, automatically I wanted to make the servers are up and running. Okay, if the architecture has decided to do like this, then we have to make that servers as a Windows services. Understood, right? So suppose the power is gone and system is down, and in that case, if the power is up, automatically the server should require to up, right? So there should not be a manual intervention. If that is the case, you have to make that server as a Windows service. But usually, no one will do that, because everyone is, when the system is down, obviously all admins will be available and they have to manually start the servers, because we don't know, during the startup of the server, we don't know how many issues are coming down, right? Because the server is uninterruptedly down, right? You understood, right?
Yeah, I got it. That's why, because like in my last project, like we used to start these servers manually once if there is any Linux box which was cracked, which was automatically shut down, right? That time.
Usually, yeah, right. Usually that is the case. Even in my project also we are doing the same. But the IBM is providing the option to us to make that as a service. Simple.
Okay, yeah.
Now we have installed the DMGR profile, right? Successfully. Now what? Okay. let's see what is there in the DMGR. Okay, DMGR profile is started, and who is going to start that profile? We have to start the profile to see the admin console, right?
Yeah.
DMGR bin. What is the command here? For start DMGR, we have a command called start manager.batch. It's not start server. This is a start manager. Remember.
Okay, now the other question is, Mohan, like meanwhile, we have created the profiles now, okay, and we disable the authentication when we are,
Right.
I mean, we unselected the option, right? If
Right.
we want to set up a authentication now after creating the profiles,
Still we can do that.
so what is the way? Are you going to show that later?
Yeah. I'm going to show that piece later in the session.
Okay. Okay, sure.
There is a way. Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay. Now DMGR is started. Now if you want to see that the DMGR console, how can I know the port first of all? So where I have to go? Application server, profiles, DMGR.
Actually, we are not able to see your screen properly, Mohan. Oh, okay, now we got it. Yeah.
Node cell manager, open the server index.xml. So what is our DMGR node? This is what 9061, right? This is what we are going to use it to access our DMGR administration console. How I am going to access? How can I make that as a URL?
One second. Can you go back to that?
Index file.
Yeah, index file.
Okay.
Because here, okay, WC admin host, right? That's where you are checking the admin deployment manager.
Right.
Okay.
See, this is what my server name.
Yeah.
See, I can have n number of server entries here. So I need to select. I need to choose the right server name. Currently, I am going to access my DMGR. So that is why I have selected this server. And inside this server, I am going to find out the WC admin host as a port number.
Okay. Yeah.
Why I have chosen this port number? Because I have n number of things here, right? Admin
I just.
there.
Yeah.
Why can't I use this port? Because we have disabled the security. If I enable the security, I have to use this port as a port number in the admin.
Okay.
Understood, right?
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
So HTTP colon / localhost 9061 / IBM / console. Currently we have disabled the things. Simply click login, it will enter into this administration console. And if you see in the server types, you won't see anything here because no servers are mapped here. Once you federated your application servers to DMGR, you would see that entries here. Okay. And when we see into this deployment manager, here you would see the DMGR name. The DMGR entry. Notes.
Sorry, can you go back once and can you show me one more?
Yeah. See. Okay, I'll come to that. So when you click on the nodes, you will see the deployment manager map. Deployment manager is one of the node, right? This is one of the node. We have installed one of the profile. Okay. So if you install a number of profiles, those profile entries would be added under the node section. Okay. This is the first point. When you talk about deployment manager, it will have whatever we have selected during the installation of deployment manager, right? Which ports are they using? Everything is going to list it down here. These are the ports which is currently used by our deployment manager. And if you want to customize any services, how many, what are the JVM process definitions are mapped here. So these things will come into the next session. Okay. Don't worry about how we are going. I'll tell you in the next session. This is too advanced. Okay. Just to understand, say in the node section you would see the deployment manager profile node. In future, if you want to federate any of the nodes, say for example, I wanted to federate application server to deployment manager, then that application server profile node is also will be added here once after we add that. Okay. Right. So this is the basic administration console of deployment manager. Now just log out and let's see how we are going to add or federate. In admin language, it should be a federate. I wanted to federate the application server profile which is already installed into the DMGR. How can I do that? Okay, that is what we are going to do.
Sorry, what is that? Can you repeat that?
That I'm going to add application server to DMGR.
Okay, application server to DMGR. Okay.
Right. So for that, first I need to go to that application server one. Before that, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, we have DMGR installed, right? We have DMGR installed and we have app server installed. Now I wanted to add this app server to DMGR. I wanted to add app server to DMGR. Understood, right? So why are we doing this activity? Because let us assume that we have n number of app servers. App server 02, app server 03. Now if I want to deploy any of the, sorry?
One question, sorry.
Yeah.
We can have different app servers which will be added to one deployment manager, okay? Right. But all these will be in one cell, right, actually?
Right.
So when you go to next cell,
no. See, all should be one cell is not a mandatory. It can be in a one cell or it can be. See, if you take a real-time example, okay, one application server is installed in one system. What I mean, okay, which is in some India location. Okay, another application server is installed in some Paris location, right? And deployment manager is installed in some different box which is in UK somewhere. Okay. I wanted to federate these applications server to my DMGR. All three are in three different missions in three different locations. Still I can do that.
Okay.
Clear now?
Yes, still you can. Yes, I'm clear about that. But when you come to the cell part, cell and nodes, right? So how is a cell defined here at this point of time? Say suppose like deployment manager is in UK. And these three application servers are in three different locations in US, okay?
You don't really you don't really know about what could be the cell name and all, okay? You don't really, bother about what could be the cell name, okay? Because you are using the commands, once the system able to access it, that, how the cell is configured internally is taken care by the program which is backgroundly run into the, when you issue that command, right? While federating the time, that will take care of that. You don't really need to bother about those areas. Understood, right? Okay. You don't need to specify anywhere what cell do you have to mention here or something like that. I understood your question. You're worrying about how the cell things are configured here into the because as we have three different locations, three different machines, and what would be the cell name? Do we have to provide any such kind of cell names? No, we don't need to specify any of the cell names here. Whatever command we are issuing here, right? I'm going to show you that command will taking care of that. The only thing here we require is whether we are able to access the servers or not. That is the only thing we need to take care.
Yeah, I'm not worried about actually the cell names, but I just want to know the technical theory behind that, like how is a cell defined when we have one deployment manager like this in one location and three app servers in one location, so like that.
Okay, I understood that. Okay. See, cell is nothing but a logical kind of piece. Okay. what I can say is, say for example, I have installed one node. Okay, to install a node, we need a cell. Cell is nothing but one kind of area, we can say. Okay, in server, it occupies one small space for us, and they named it as a cell. Okay, within that cell, we can have nodes. Within the cells, we can have n number of nodes. Node 1, node 2, node 3. If you install any of the application server, the structure will be same. Now clear, right? So we haven't specified anywhere which cell is going to. Why do we need this? Okay, if I know. If real time, if you are not using this cell concept, then why do they introduce this cell concept here? The only thing is the uniqueness to identify the nodes. Okay, internally the program has written at the IBM side was, they will first of all look into they will try to retrieve all the cells which resides into the system, and it should be in a tree structure. Understood, right? One cell can have one node. One node can have another node as well. There is no restriction here. But one cell can have n number of nodes. That is the tree structure they are following, and to perform the background activities, they are just trying to read this tree structure and proceed it from after there. Understood, right? This is a kind of logical terminology which is internally IBM program has used.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now why are we installing this DMGR? The only reason behind of this scene is, if you want to deploy one application into multiple application servers, instead of wasting our time to log in into each and every application server and deploy our application, the best way is to create a DMGR profile and add federate our application servers to the DMGR, so that when we install the application into the DMGR, that would be installed in all of the application servers which is mapped into that configuration things. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, how I am going to do that? First of all, which server you are going to federate it to DMGR? You have to go to that server and issue this command, add node.batch. Okay, and you have to specify the DMGR host name, and the DMGR SOAP port, not the admin port. Okay, what is our SOAP connector port here for DMGR? Is it DMGR? Okay. What is the port of the SOAP? 8879. Clear? Any doubt?
Okay.
Suppose I have. Yeah, go ahead.
Local host, because we have
local host is nothing but our DMGR host name. Currently, I have installed my DMGR in my local, so I am issuing as a local host name. Local host as a host name.
Okay, but I think we have set up the host name as like Kodali, right?
See, that is we can give that name also. Let me tell you. Add node.batch DMGR host name space DMGR SOAP port address. Now you clear about the syntax, right? See, why I have given, even, okay, I can specify even kodali.in.com is my host name, not a problem. Okay. See, if I specify here this also, it would works out. The only difference here, even if you see the administration console here, right? If you see the administration console, what I have given here, I haven't given kodali.in.com, right? Because as I have installed in my local system, even if I give kodali.in.com, still it would work out.
Yeah, I understand that actually, because when we do it on local machine, we use it as a local host. Yeah, but just want to make sure, like, we can still use that host as kodali.in.com, right?
Yeah, we can use it, not a problem.
Okay.
You want me to use it now?
No, that's okay.
Okay. Localhost 8879 is my port. And when you issue this command, what it will happen is internally the Java program will activate, and it will add, it will first of all stop all the servers and add the application server profile to DMGR profile. Now when I hit enter, and here one more concept come into the picture. What is that concept? While federating time, it will create node agent, right? It will create node agent. Node agent is a kind of mediator between our DMGR and application server. That means in between the node agent will be come into the picture. Clear, right? This is the basic concept.
What is the SOAP concept here? Like, why should we provide
SOAP is nothing but it's a kind of network. If you want to come in, if you want to see why do we go for this SOAP is nothing. SOAP is nothing but a kind of protocol, which is used to pass. Which is used to pass one object through a network. That's what I can say. Okay. That means, okay, why are we using this SOAP port here is because my system is in here. Okay, my system is here. I have installed my application server profile into my system, and I have installed DMGR into your system, and I wanted to federate from here to your system, right? From here, I'm going to access your system from my local system. So during this network part, right? I mean, the port whatever we have mentioned here, I don't know if it is a normal WC admin host, that won't work out because that is only understood by the admin host. But I wanted to perform some activities into your system, right? I wanted to perform some activities into your system. During that time, the system needs a kind of specified path which would help the program to make the entries into your system as well. Right? Clear or not? So that for that purpose, they have opened a specified port. They have opened a specified port, named it as a SOAP port, SOAP address port, which is used if you want to connect from your system to any remote system. You have to use the SOAP address, SOAP port. Any doubts or clear? See, this is what. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying to basically it is a communication protocol just between the communication between deployment manager and the application servers and basically administrative console. There will be an application on the servers actually. This communication will be via SOAP, and the different port is just to avoid the conflict between different things. There will be different ports aligned for each and every application.
It is a different. Yeah. Okay. See, when you issue that command, now you are clear, right? Srini Venkat.
Yeah.
Okay. So see, when
one question is like you said, like once we give that command, right? Once we execute that command, it will create a node agent, right?
Right.
So what is the role of node agent? You said. Can you repeat that once again? Sorry.
Okay. Say okay. You have installed this application, right? You have installed one application into DMGR. How the same application is going to install the App Server 1, App Server 2, App Server 3? Who is going to do that? Node agent is going to perform that activity.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. Okay. So when you say that, right? So deployment manager. So there will be one node agent which will be common between deployment manager and different application server.
Right. So this is a see, thing is that how it would happen is whenever any changes happened at the deployment manager, a deployment manager will notify that change to node agent. Okay. Then node agent, what it will do is whatever servers mapped under this node agent, it will pass that same changes to the respective servers. Clear?
Okay. So is this between deployment manager and node agent? Is it a one-to-one mapping? I mean, so can one deployment manager have multiple node agents, something like that?
Yeah. No. See, this is only for. Yeah, it can have. This, there is no one-to-one. Okay. if you want to configure one node agent which would work out for application server 1 and application server 2, we can make it work. But usually how it would is one application server will have one node agent with one deployment manager. Got it? 1-to-1 usually. When you see any of the production environment, it should be as a 1-to-1. But there is an option to make one-to-many as well.
Okay. The question was because, like, if that is a 1-to-1 mapping, it can deployment manager itself can control application servers, right, or communicate to application servers without node agent.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so you said that there can be okay.
No. See, it should be a 1-to-1. Okay, you can make that sentence as like this, but there is an option to make it as a 1-to-many as well. But no one will do that because we don't know. Suppose why they are not doing this 1-to-many is the only reason behind it. Suppose I have installed one application here, but that application is not come down to application server 1, but it went down successfully to application server 2. Then how can I identify that? In that case, if I use the same node agent, I don't know where is the issue, right?
Okay.
That is why in production environment always they are going to prefer this architecture 1-to-1. One deployment manager, one node agent, one application server. Same deployment manager, different node agent, different application server. So that they can easily identify the issue if something went down to something wrong into the application server. They can easily identify, right? Okay. If the application is not deployed into the application server 2, then okay, there is a problem with there is a problem with the node agent. They will simply reboot that node agent. So she will try to solve. Otherwise, they can check the logs with respect to that node agent logs, right?
Yeah. Okay. And can you able to provide us some commands for starting that node agent? Yeah, because we had the same issue.
That is what. Yeah, you guys are asking many questions. We haven't done that. That is the only thing.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
just hold on. Do one thing. Let me try to finish the session and then ask the questions. I just federated the node and you are asking, how to start the node agent. I'll come to that.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Now you guys are understand that how the node agent is federated to the DMGR, right? So now see here you come to know that when you see this log, this is what I have issued the command, right? Add node.batch localhost this port. What it is doing initially, first it will try to get all the certificates, signer certificates, that is by default which is going to be created by the IBM, and then successfully connected to that port, the SOAP port. That means it is connected to the deployment manager, and it has identified that this is the node name, and it is try to stop because the server is started, so it has stopped that server. And then what it is doing, it is taking the backup directory, old backup directory if it is there, then backup of the original shell repository. That it will back it up the entire shell repository, because if something goes wrong, it will automatically revert it back. Okay, that is why it is taking that step as a backup is the main activity here. Then it is creating a node agent here. See, this is what my node agent. Now it is saying that node agent launched, node agent created. Now when you see the server status.batch file, it will tell you initially when we check that server status.batch file, how many servers it was listed down, only server 1. Now it will list it down node agent as well in that server list, because the node agent is added here, and that node agent is added to the cell, added to the deployment manager cell. So that is what it was saying. This node has been successfully federated. This node has been successfully federated in the sense where we are using that hostname as a DMGR hostname, so it is federated to DMGR. Now you can see that change in your deployment manager. 9061 is our deployment manager, right? So when you see it here in the servers list, you would see this server 1, right? That is clear?
Yeah.
Initially,
servers?
Sorry?
No. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Initially, we won't see anything here. Whatever the server 1 is nothing but our application server. This is application server is mapped to DMGR. Currently, we are in DMGR admin console, and we are able to see application servers status. Why? Because of we have just federated the DMGR application server to DMGR. Still, you can see those changes in under nodes. Under nodes, you would be added the respective change as well. Initially, we have seen only the DMGR. Now we are able to see the application server profile as well, right here. And here, when you click on the node agent, initially we won't see anything. Now we are able to see one node agent is added because the node agent is created for application server to DMGR one-to-one mapping. So if you installed one more application server and federated that application server to DMGR, then you would see one more node agent here. Clear?
Yeah.
Now we are going to start the node. By default, during the startup, the node agent will start. You can straight away come down to this administration console and you can stop and start the node agent here. This is one way, or you can issue the command start node.batch. What is the command? Start node.batch and hit enter. It's already started, and when you issue this command, it would say that the node agent is already in starter stage. It is giving error because an instance of a server may already be running. This is the command to start the node agent. If you want to stop the node agent, the same stop node.batch. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Mohan, one question, sorry.
Yeah.
No, this one, admin console, right? On the top you said 9061. This admin console is for deployment manager.
Exactly.
So, and we have one more profile called app server 01 is one more profile, right?
Right.
So, when we use it, that one as 9060 port, for both ports, I mean, even though those are two different, same host but two different ports, the admin console, any of the admin consoles should show all these information, right? Like node agent, same node agent, and the other.
Okay. I got your question. Okay, I got your question. Usually, what it will happen is once you federated your application server to deployment manager, okay, you should not use that port. I mean, you usually stop that server, stop that instance. Okay, I mean, automatically, when you try to access that one, I got your question. Okay, you should not use from after onwards. You have to use deployment manager profile. You don't need to go for really into that server. Okay. Let's go to that 060. What did he say? It's automatically stopped, right? Once you federated the server, that port won't be accessible at all. Clear?
Oh, okay. Okay, why is that stopped? Any specific reason? Because those are two different ports,
because
right?
Here it is in a stop status, right? That is the reason. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, this was stopped when the node.
Yeah, we can access.
Right?
See, we can access that servers. We can access that port still. But what is the use of making that environment as a deployment cell manager, right?
Okay. Okay.
You have to dig into each and every server, and you have to change the things. But only okay. I'll tell you one more thing is, suppose if you go through each and every server and manually do the changes, that will not reflect to your the rest of the server, because as you are doing the changes inside the server, right? Got my question or not? Okay, okay. Suppose I have app server 1, right? Okay, I have this environment. Okay, I have a DMGR, I have a node agent, I have a app server 1. Now what I was done is, as you like it, right? So I have to go to app server 2 directly with using 9060 port and did some changes over there. Okay, but that changes won't be reflected to app server 1 and app server 3 because those changes are happened at the lower level, not at the parent level.
Yeah.
Clear? So
yeah.
Don't do that kind of activity in any of the environment. Do it only on DMGR, so that the same changes will reflect it to all of the nodes which is mapped into the DMGR. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can start the server, or you can go here and you can issue the command start server dot batch. That we already did it, right? Server 1. Now let's try to start the server here. Just select that option and click start. So the server will automatically start. Now you have asked in my previous session, right? Suppose I have a n number of servers. How can I start the server? I have to go each and every server and issue a command start server dot batch is one way. The other way is whatever servers listed down, whatever servers are mapped to DMGR console, right? All servers listed down here. You just select all of the things and click start. One click, we can start all the servers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And we have created only one application server, right? I mean, installed only one application server, right, Mohan?
Right.
Okay. My question is, I'm not sure. I mean, you may be covering this part, but once we create another application server, suppose, when we try to add that application server to the deployment manager,
okay.
so are we going to give the same command like add node.batch hostname and so forth?
Yeah, because see here, what is the support you are giving? DMGR support. DMGR is always single, right?
Yeah. So when we give that, is that going to create another node agent, or is that capable of
No, it is going to create another node agent. It is going to create another node agent. As I told you, right, always 1 to 1.
Okay, but you said here one deployment manager will have only one node agent. Under one node agent, there can be different application servers, right?
Okay. You configured the architecture. Okay. See, deployment. It is not like that. Okay. Node agent is created under application server, not at the deployment level. Got it? That is how we have started. See, start node.batch. Where did we start it? Under application server profile, right? Not under DMGR profile.
Okay.
You missed that concept then. Okay. See, thing is that node agent is created under application server and which is understood by the DMGR using this. While after issuing this command. Thing is that those DMGR entries will be used inside our node agent one of the configuration file.
Okay, now I got it. Yes.
That is how the communication will start from your application server to DMGR.
Okay, each application server will have its own node agent which will communicate to the deployment manager.
Right, exactly.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Now the server is started here, right? Now server is started. Now let's do one thing. In node agent, I have stopped the node agent. Okay. I'll stop the node agent. Okay, node agent is stopped. Okay. Now, see, when I stop the node agent, the server status is also in a question mark. It will stop automatically. No worries. Okay. Now, when I try to start and stop the servers, it won't start. Why? If I try to stop or start, it is saying that server cannot be started because
the node agent is down.
Because there is a dependency. For each and every server, the node agent, because we are doing the activity in deployment manager. So deployment manager only understand that if node agent is up and running. Deployment manager would know the respective server is available or not only when the node agent is up and running. Otherwise, the deployment manager doesn't know that what is this application server one if the node agent is stopped. Clear, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So node agent is playing a vital role here to communicate between your application server and deployment manager. So make sure that your node agent is always up and running. But here one more thing is, if the node agent is down, still the application will work out. Right? See, okay, say I'll take one example. Okay. My site is running into my gmail.com. Okay, say for example gmail.com is configured in this environment, and I have used gmail.com. Gmail.com is still work out even if the node agent is down. Why?
Because that runs with application server, right? I mean,
Right, exactly. That relates to the application server. The request goes to the application server and it will forward the request. It does, during the application access time, you won't face any issues even if the node agent is stopped. But during the administration side, if any things are going to happen, obviously that would impact if the node agent is stopped. It should always up and running so that whatever changes you are going to perform here, those things will come down to this child nodes, right?
So what do you mean to say is, in the console you said that the status is in question mark states, right? So in that case,
no, that will change. Thing is that we have during this, what does it mean here is the application server is in a confused state that application server is running during the time. What we did, we just simply stop the node agent, right?
Okay, this is basically from the DMGR point of view. It's true.
Right. Right. Now when you make it up,
but actual application point of view, the server is fine.
Right, exactly. Okay. When you start the node agent, see, while starting the node agent, we don't have option here. We have just restart option. If you want to restart it, or else if you want to issue a command start node.batch, you have to go down to the command prompt and give the start node.batch. Restart, the node agent of the call must be started properly. Let's see the server status here. Server status.batch -all. It will tell you what is the status of each and every server. There is no start command here. Remember that please. In deployment manager, there is no start command here for starting the node agent. We have to come down here to start the node agent. Usually, when you come into the real-time environment, you never use the administration console. Most of the time, you might have used through commands. Always try to use the commands so that it would be have more control over there. I mean, even if you don't have admin access, still you can perform the activities through command, through admin console. I mean, through command prompt. What I mean here is.
Mohan, can you show that error message once again on the admin console?
The node agent or node must be started to perform the restart operation. So why it is not doing is because the node agent is in stop mode and we are trying to restart it, right? What?
Okay. Yeah.
It makes sense, right? Because the server is stopped. That is why it is not. Yeah.
Yeah, understood.
Or it is trying to ping that node agent server.
Is it the same logic for stopping also? I think you did.
Sorry? Sorry, come again?
I don't remember where did you stop. I don't remember exactly where you stopped this node agent. Is it through
here only. Here only I just stopped. Just click it and click stop.
We can stop it, but we cannot restart. Okay.
No. We see restart will happen only if the node agent is started. If you want to stop and start, you have to you have to use the command prompt. Stop we can perform here, but start we cannot perform through admin console.
Right. Restart we can do it only if that is running. We just can restart, but only we can stop that from the console. We have to start it through the command prompt.
Right.
Okay.
It is still starting. I mean, it is trying to. I mean, it is not. We have asked to know the status of the server side, so it is trying to ping that server, and it will tell you the status. Two servers are there, node agent and server 1. It is trying to ping that server. It will take some time. So any questions as of now?
No, Mohan, I'm good.
Okay. Srini, Venkat. You are Venkat, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Srini, do you have any questions?
No. Just can I access this console using your IP address from my machine? Like you can give your IP address colon the port / IBM console.
No, you can do that, but I have to provide my IP address to you. We are in the LAN. Do you want my IP address?
Anyways, now because you will be closing your laptop, so it would be down, right? So probably in the next classes, if we want to perform some stuff, we can get the console access.
No, you can install it. No, that is why I have given a software to you guys, right? You can try it out.
Right. In the meantime, we'll do. Yeah, actually, I requested Varma to give your second class recording so that I can just follow that.
No, this is the second class recording means there is no second class, right? See, the first class is okay, I'll tell you. The first class is the demo you already attended, right? The second class is the application server profile installation. You are asking for that application server profile installation.
Right.
Oh, okay. See, now it is saying that node agent cannot be reached, but server agent is already started. Now, how can I start this node agent? Just use the issue a command start node.batch. Understood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that I'll give this. Yeah, go ahead.
Mohan, the order is the application server should be started first, then node agent, right?
Yeah.
Or first node agent should be started.
See, thing is that, okay, I'll tell you that, okay. First of all, your DMGR should be started. Okay, if DMGR is installed, configured. Okay. Sorry, no. First of all, First of all, your server should be started, then node agent, then DMGR. This is how it would work out. Okay. Application server, node agent, then DMGR. There is no, even though the DMGR is up and running, that is also fine. Even if you can start the DMGR, not a problem. After that also you can still do that server startups. But the server startup and node agent should be in a sequence. DMGR, there is no restriction. Okay.
Okay.
So see, now node agent is already started. Now if you refresh the things, nodes or node agent, it is up and running, right? The status is in green color. Clear? Now if you see the application server is also, the status is showing as a green. This is how adding application server profile to DMGR would work out. Yeah, let's wind up the call, and tomorrow we'll probably I'll try to show you how to add how to create a cell profile and how to add multiple profiles to the DMGR. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then
Thanks,
see you on tomorrow same time 7:30 to 8:30 my time.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Mohan. Yeah.
Okay guys, then see you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.